Today, we're going to dive into the story of a truly remarkable textile from Thailand called 10.NakhonPhanom. Seriously, this fabric has a history that's just as rich and intricate as its shimmering, pearl-like design. Let's get into what makes it so incredibly special.
I mean, just think about that for a second. The iridescent shimmer of mother of pearl, but captured in cloth. It sounds almost impossible, right? But that's exactly the magic of Phamuk. Today, we're going to explore how this unbelievable beauty is actually created.
All right, to really understand this incredible craft, we have to go back in time, way back. Our story kicks off in the ancient kingdom of Sakottabun, which was the cradle of this whole tradition.
So, what exactly is Phamulak? Well, it's an ancient textile with some serious history and prestige. This was not your everyday clothing, not by a long shot. It was a huge status symbol. Back in the Sakottabun kingdom, it was reserved exclusively for the elite. We're talking nobility and the wives of the most powerful officials. If you wore this fabric, you were telling the world you were important.
And the reason it was so prized was because of the unbelievable skill it took to make it. It's this incredibly delicate, complex weave that takes a very, very long time to produce. This exceptional craftsmanship has made it not just a cultural heirloom, but also a cornerstone of the local economy in Nakhon Phanom today. It's this beautiful blend of art and livelihood, all in one.
Now, a craft this special doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. It travels with people. So how did this royal fabric find its home in Thailand? Well, let's follow its journey right across the Mekong River.
You see, the story of Phamuk is really a story of migration. The weaving techniques were brought over to the Nakhon Phanom province by communities moving from the area that is now Laos. People like the Lao, Thai Quan, and Thai Nyo, they all carried this precious knowledge with them across the river, making sure it would not only survive, but thrive in a new home.
And this just shows you how personal and, honestly, how fragile the passing on of heritage can be. It often comes down to just a few key people. The knowledge started with ancestors in Thakek, Laos. Then it was literally carried across the river by one woman, Nang Tanghem Kikart, and then she passed it to Nang Sujai Intasa, who became a revered wisdom teacher. It's this direct human chain that kept this incredible art form from disappearing.
Okay, so we've got the history down, but what makes it so breathtaking to look at? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of its design. This is where that pearl magic really happens. The secret to its beauty is all about one thing: contrast. The base fabric is almost always woven in a deep, dark color. Think jet black, dark blue, or a rich brown. Then the intricate pattern is woven using super light threads, usually bright white or off-white. This stark difference is the key to everything.
And that contrast is what leads to this absolutely perfect description. When those light threads are woven onto the dark background, they create this shimmering pattern that seems to float right on the surface. The effect is so striking, it genuinely looks like tiny, glowing pieces of mother of pearl have been meticulously set into the cloth. It's a stunning optical illusion, created entirely with thread.
You know, for a tradition to survive for centuries, it has to be able to adapt. It can't just stay frozen in time. So let's take a look at how this ancient craft has evolved to fit into our modern world.
The weavers in Nakhon Phanom today are just brilliant. They're preserving the core of the tradition while also innovating. They're bringing in natural, eco-friendly dyes, which is actually a cool nod to even older methods, and they're adopting new tools and techniques not to replace their skill, but to make the incredibly painstaking process a little faster and easier for the artisans. It's all about making sure the craft is sustainable in every sense of the word.
And all of this brings us to what might be the most crucial point. Phamuk is not some dusty museum piece. It is a vibrant, living part of Thai culture today. So, where can you actually see it, and how is it being used right now?
Well, its prestige is still going strong. The fabric is used for formal wear, including the official attire for government workers in the region, and you'll definitely see it at important functions and ceremonies. But it's also found a whole new life. It's being transformed into beautiful souvenirs like bags and accessories, which helps drive the community's economy and introduces this amazing art form to a whole new audience.
So, when we look at a piece of Phamuk, we're not just looking at thread. We're seeing history, we're seeing migration, we're seeing incredible artistry and a community's economic lifeline all woven together into one thing. It is truly a priceless cultural asset, and its story just highlights how important it is to preserve and promote these incredible traditions. The story of Phamuk is such a beautiful reminder that heritage is all around us, woven into the fabrics we wear and the objects we use every day. It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other hidden stories are just waiting to be discovered in the crafts of the world?